We're going to try this again. I am having some technical difficulties. Hey, everybody, I'm Feather. Welcome to Feathered Leo Tarot. We're going to see if this works this time. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes, your donations of love, for requesting readings with me. Links are in the description if you would like a private reading or coaching session with me. Not really sure what's going on, but at the time I'm recording this, it is Mercury retrograde, and, well, technical difficulties are a thing. So I hope this is streaming over. We're going to make sure that everything is streaming fine and dandy before I go any further into the reading. I started pulling cards, as you can see. Previous stream collapsed on me, so let's try this again. Those of you that were watching the previous stream, I hope you find your way back. Okay, excellent condition. Stream is good. Okay, let's continue. So what I've got coming in for my Leos, again, thank you so much for being here. If you're here during the live, thumbs up, click the live chat button, interact with me wherever it pops up on your device. So Leos, what's coming in for you is a change. Now, I see that you're doing, you're being responsible for your 3D reality, and you're waiting for things to change. Some of you may feel like this change is taking forever. You're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for things to happen for you. And I wanted to know what this death rebirth card was, so I pulled some cards on it. You could have been dealing with an Aries, Taurus, Scorpio, strong Scorpio energy, so you may have it heavily in your chart. But what I see is like you're focusing on you. You may be taking care of home and house and business and all of those things, making decisions from a higher standpoint, really focusing on your own stability in life, waiting for your ships to come in. And it's like the rebirth here, the transition or the change that you're waiting for. Some of you may be, it's like you may have gone through some sort of ending within the last couple months, maybe last year. And what's happening is you're actually putting up strong boundaries for yourself. You may be building an empire for yourself, in all honesty, with the Emperor and the King of Pentacles here. What is going away, what is being ended, towered out, is your anxiety and stress. Congratulations. I dig that. Hey, everybody in the shadows. And for those of you that have gone through a breakup, you've been dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety. You dealt with the end of, and maybe you had a loved one that passed away, or a relationship that ended, but it sent you on a journey of either self-discovery or change. Some of you, this was pretty intense, and I don't know how long it's taken you, but the Emperor standing out here says, I am the change. I am the change. You are putting up strong, healthy boundaries, and you are releasing yourself from toxicity. Some of you may be overcoming addictions. Obsessive overthinking, that's what that is. Your obsessive overthinking is coming to an end. Codependency issues. This is beautiful. The Emperor stands on their own. Okay. I like this energy. And a lot of you have been waiting for a change for quite some time. Tell me more about this change. Okay. Some of you have just really been powerhousing it through after a rejection or an ending of some sort. You've been powerhousing it through, just kind of protecting yourself, guarding yourself, protecting yourself. You may have been talking to multiple people, but this is actually a really good energy where some of you are blocking yourself from going back to the past or going back to a past person. Okay. And you're really focusing on your own independence, your own stability, your own financial stability, being independent, self-sufficient, standing in your power. This is really powerful. King of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Nine of Pentacles says, I'm independent, I'm single, I'm free, I'm standing up for myself, I'm defending myself, I'm defending my honor, I'm putting in healthy boundaries, and I'm making these decisions because I want change, because I want things to shift. Some of you may have ended a relationship because of arguing, defensiveness. Some of you may have gone back and forth with someone for quite some time. And whatever your situation is, it's like you're looking great. Your energy is power. So whatever it is you've gone through, you are changing things energetically for yourself. I mean, you may not feel like it. Yeah, you may not feel like it, but you're starting a new path. You're starting a new journey here with the Page. So some of you are still dealing with the remnants or overcoming some pretty heavy energies, grief, sadness, overwhelmment emotionally. And the Page of Wands says you're ready for that new beginning. You're ready to start flirting, start getting out there, start talking to new people. You're ready for a new path. But now you're doing it from a very strong place. You're overcoming something from the past that was pretty hectic. Excuse me. Oh man. I like this. This is power energy. It's like, yeah, I'm good on my own. And I'm not going back to the past. I'm not returning to things that are past. I'm not returning to relationships that turned out to be toxic. The tower has already fallen. And at some point, whatever happened caused you to go on a solo journey here. Some of you may have been single for quite some time. Some of you are becoming single for the first time in a long time, whatever that means for you. But the Page of Wands says, I'm ready for a new journey. I'm ready for new adventures. I'm ready to learn something new. I'm ready to start talking to new people. I'm ready for the new, Feather. Ready for the new. So let's talk about this, because the energy that you're working with is pretty powerful. Like, wow. Leos are in power. But you made these decisions for your best and highest good. That's what the Emperor does. You made the decisions that were for your best and highest good. What is this Page of Wands here? Okay. So you are ready for a new journey. You're not wanting to fight with anybody. You are releasing. Leos, you're saying, I'm choosing me and I'm choosing my happiness. I will not be put as an option. I will choose me over anyone that puts me as an option or that confuses me emotionally. You're saying, I will let go of anything that is I'm not investing in anything that's not investing in me. If I'm feeling confused, or I'm feeling juggled, or I'm feeling like I'm an option, I'm choosing me. I have these boundaries in place that says I'm better off on my own, doing my own thing, living in my castle as the Emperor without anyone else. So you are ready for new. And in the new, you're saying, I'm letting go of anything there's no outside interference. I'm not dealing with tension. I'm not dealing with confusion. And I'm not entertaining anything that's not a wise investment. Your King of Pentacles and your Emperor says, I'm not dealing with things that are not a wise investment for me. Because you've already dealt with those kinds of things. Yup. And a lot of you may have gotten into relationships that were confusing. Two of Swords. Love is not blind. You can pay attention, okay? What's up? Good morning, Dan. You may have dealt with some situations that were confusing. You may have been ghosted. You may have been put as an option, but love is not blind. You are not allowing yourself to be blindsided. You're going to be moving forward. You're going to be paying attention to and making decisions based off of whether or not there is competition, whether or not it's a true investment, whether or not it's going to benefit you in some way. And you are protecting your peace here. You're protecting your peace here. And I like this. Like, I'm not going to be juggled. I'm not going to be confused. You're waiting for the right thing to come in at the right time for you. And that is beautiful energy. Tell me what this this Tower moment. Tell me the Tower moment. What's the Tower moment? Okay. So I really feel like this was you that had to do a lot of work on your own. You have had to make decisions on your own for quite some time. You may have had to make a wise decision to invest in just yourself. You may have had you may have been ghosted, or you may have ghosted someone. You could have been dealing with a Scorpio, a Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sag, but whatever this ending was, you basically had to, man, some of y'all may not talk about this kind of stuff. You may not even talk to anybody about this stuff, but I don't think that you have either. You may have talked to a therapist or a counselor or a friend. You may have had some friends or some family members that gave you some wisdom along the way, but you ultimately had to make a decision to follow your true path. And you may have had an epiphany that you had to do this on your own, that you needed to go out on your own or end a relationship or head out and take care of yourself and be responsible for your own, So if you went through a divorce or a breakup, some of you may have been the ones that ended the relationship. Okay, whatever this was. And you were listening to your inner wisdom from the knowledge you've gained, the experiences you've had. This would have been really strong, powerful decisions. And you had to recover. You had to recover from this. That's all we're going to do. You had to do your own recovery work here. So if somebody ghosted you or left you or whatever ended here in the past, over the past year possibly, you had to do your own recovery work. You were responsible for pulling out your own, the pain, overcoming the doubts, the fears, the worries, concerns, the insecurities, overcoming the betrayals, the lies, the deceit. Nobody helped you. If you had some help, it would have been a therapist, a counselor, or somebody, a friend or a family member that counseled you, that gave you solace or gave you some advice along the way. But you ultimately are saying, I've had to be the strong one here. So what you're doing is you're shifting from, and that puts you in a place of standing your ground, knowing your worth, being strong and confident in making the decisions that you're making in life now. And I like that energy because some of you may have gone through some pretty hellacious relationships where lies, deceit, betrayal, maybe you went back to the relationship and tried to make it work or repair it multiple times, but that's in the past. It's already done and over. And you're pulling up major power energy that says, I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing it again. So you may have blocked somebody, but you're definitely guarding and protecting your peace right now. While you have been, and it stands. You're setting up those. You're basically taking the lessons that you've learned from the past. They're not mistakes. Nothing is a mistake. They're choices. And what you're doing is you're taking the lessons from those things and you're actually implementing it into your life so that you can move forward in a much more empowered way. And a lot of you may have had to go through overcoming some sort of pain or heartache. I don't see the pain or heartache card, but I see the Ten of Swords in reverse, and I see that you've been on hermitage, you've been by yourself, you've been real quiet, you've been doing this healing. And I see the Tower and the Death card. So this is major transformation, major change, major endings. But endings bring new beginnings, and that's where we're headed here, Leos. You're like, oh my gosh, why are you reading this? Because that's power. Because what you're doing is you are incorporating what you've gone through and the lessons. You're taking that and actually putting it to use and utilizing it and creating healthy boundaries moving forward. That's why you're protecting your peace at all costs. You're going after your bank. You're taking care of your finances, your home life. You're making financial decisions. You're making really wise decisions in regards to you and your life and what it is you're wanting. A lot of you may have been really focused on your finances, and now it's time to go have some fun with the Page of Wands. You're ready to have some fun. But even with the Page of Wands, where you're saying, I'm not going to be duped. I'm waiting for my ships to come in. I'm making the best decisions for myself moving forward. I'm incorporating these lessons and I'm using these for my benefit moving forward. I've had to overcome all of the adversity myself. Damn, you talk about damn. That's a lot. And you're saying, I'm ready for something new, something fresh, something fun, new projects, new jobs, new flirty experiences, new relationships, whatever it is. Even as a page, you still have all of this really powerful energy behind it because you may be hesitant. So you may be taking baby steps towards love or relationships right now, but that's because you know what you've gone through and it was not easy. Some of you may still be in the process of carrying a little bit of the remnants of this pain with you, but you are overcoming it. And you're like, okay, I'm ready to get back out there in a dating pool. I'm ready to step forward into something new. But even as I do this, I'm not going to allow my passions to run me. I'm going to be paying attention. I am going to be pacing this, and I'm going to know whether or not somebody is worth my investment. And I'm not even going to think twice about it. If they're worth my time and effort, they'll get my time and effort. If not, I'm not going to be stressed out about it at all. I'm not going to be stressed out about saying no if it's a no. That's awesome energy. That's awesome energy. Okay. Oh, yeah. You're telling me, I'm looking at the Seven of Wands. I'm like, what's up with the Seven of Wands? So you are, again, you could have gone through a divorce or a breakup. You're not dealing with anything that stresses you out. You're saying, I have at some point been wounded. I have at some point been frustrated by relationships. And I'm not going to do it anymore. You're standing up for yourself here. Again, you are protecting your peace and your happiness. Some of you might just be wanting to flirt and have fun and not so much interested in commitments right now. You may just be enjoying your independence. Okay? But this is whatever has happened. You're telling me again, I will defend I'm defending myself here. I'm protecting myself here. I don't think that it's a negative thing at all, because the Hermit is here, which signifies deeper healing. You're all in the positive with your King of Coins, your Emperor, and your Nine of Pentacles. You're good. You're looking good. You're looking shiny and new. You're feeling good with the Page of Wands in the upright. You're still kind of overcoming a little bit of that pain of the past and heartache, but you're not going to be duped again. I don't know what that means. You may understand what that means, but you're not going to be, you're going to know now, because of what you've gone through and what you've had to overcome. You're going to know what is worth your commitment and your effort and what isn't. But like, don't even bother. I already know. I know. And some of you are just not ready for that yet. Because you're actually wanting to enjoy your freedom and your independence for a little bit. Okay. Depending on what some of you have gone through, you may not be ready for love just yet. You know, I'm not seeing any cups out here. So you're fresh out of a relationship or a divorce. Or you've gone through some really tough times in your life, and you're finally at the point where you're overcoming it, and actually at a point in your life where you can enjoy life. And now you're ready to step forward into that, knowing that you're not going to put up with any BS. Not going to be putting up with third-party situations. I'm not going to be hurt again. I actually want someone that's going to go all in, or you're just out here not quite ready to go all in yourself, protecting your peace. So let's get you moving forward. Let's see what we've got for you, because you're pretty set in your ways here. But that's a good thing compared to what you've gone through. I don't even know what you've gone through. I mean, you could have lost a business. You could have lost a home. Any number of things. Ten of Swords is in reverse. And you were in charge of having to recover it all yourself. Who helped you? Who helped you recover? Who helped you pull out all the daggers? Who helped you overcome all this pain? Oh, yeah. King of Wands, baby. That's you. Rawr, babies. Rawr. That's you. King of Wands. You are full on in your power. So it's going to... Some of you are still unsure on whether or not to open up your heart space just yet. You're just getting yourself back out there. You may be making new friends, flirting, getting back out in the dating pool, that kind of thing. You're ready to have some fun. Okay? And that's a big deal, because some of you are still in your emotions right now, trying to figure out what to let go of on an emotional level. So a lot of you may have been dealing with the thoughts and the practicality of life. Some of you have been just focused on the practical things in life, and you haven't really had time to release the emotional wounding from whatever that's happened in the past, and it's now time to get a fresh start. Okay. You're still in the process of dealing with something. You're kind of stuck in your emotions still with the Five of Cups and the Hanged Man. But the cool thing is moving forward over the next couple months, couple weeks to couple months, your Knight of Cups is ready to open up beautifully. What's up, Mary? How are you doing, lady? Your Knight of Cups is ready to open up beautifully in the future. Open heart, sincere, authentic. And I think right now you're just in the process of, you're not quite ready to express love. Your heart center is still doing some work. Okay. You may have fallen out of love with somebody, But right now you're telling me with the Hanged Man, you're not ready to express love. You're not ready to fall in love just yet. You're not ready to express love or exchange love with somebody just yet. The Two of Cups is in reverse. So you may be out here on the prowl, ready to have some fun in the sun and go out and flirting and dating and stuff. But as far as the cups are concerned, the love, you're still working through some things. Okay, you're still working through some things, and that's okay. Don't rush yourself to fall in love. No, go have some fun. You're ready to take action. You're ready to go out and have some fun because you started out as the Page of Wands here. Now you're the King of Wands, confident, secure, sure, charismatic, creative, inspiring. You're bold. You're ready to take action. You're ready to get out there. You're feeling confident. You're feeling sexy. So right now you may be at the Page of Wands stage, but over the next couple months, it's going to be a change. It's going to be a gradual change into feeling more confident, taking action, getting out there. Still not really sure if you're wanting to express love, feel love, exchange love, but eventually opening up to love. Yeah, because some of you did go through a lot of injustices. Some of you were served up. Some of you are going through a divorce, went through a divorce, or you were served up a lot of injustices. Okay, you were done pretty wrong. As far as the love is concerned, yeah, like you feel the justice is in reverse. So you either were done pretty wrong, or you were done. There were some things that shouldn't have happened in regards to love that wounded you on an emotional level. I mean, you got the Five of Cups out here, the Tower, the Death card, the Five of Cups, and the Hanged Man. Although you were good, you're still in the process of trying to release this on an emotional level. Okay, so somebody hurt you in your heart space. The worst is already behind you, but you've gone through an emotional tsunami, basically. And most fire signs don't like to feel emotionally depleted. Most fire signs don't like to feel the feelings, like what happened here. Something happened here. Okay. So what you're telling me is you're not quite healed yet. The Star is here. You're not really feeling very hopeful. You lost hope for a situation, or you could have even possibly lost something or ended something with someone that you felt was your shining star, your rising star, or your something that you really truly invested in or wanted for a long time. And you got served up some injustices. You lost hope for the situation, and you're in a position of not really feeling very hopeful that there is love out there for you, or that you will be treated correctly, that love will be returned to you in the way that you want it to be in the future. So you're being very cautious. You're keeping, yeah. You're still going through some healing. So getting out there and having fun and flirting, that seems to be the thing for you to do. And that's going to raise your vibration. It's going to make you feel more confident, more sure. New friendships, a new job. For some of you, you're going to be focusing on employment, your job, or building a business. But just making new friends and getting back out there little by little. So over the next couple months, it looks like love, you will open up to love, possibly around Cancer season. Even though you may not have... What is that? Yeah. You're still doing some healing on an emotional level. So don't pressure yourself. Don't push yourself. Go have fun with friends and family. and take, just rebuild your confidence. Start talking to new people. Get yourself out there in the dating field. You do not have to fall in love within the first date or for the first couple months. And take your time to get to know somebody. And I feel eventually you will release this. You will heal this because you're actively healing it in your heart space to release it right now. Again, some of you may be in therapy, or some of you have, after whatever happened, you focus mainly on the 3D stuff, your home life, children, job, and now it's like, now you're at a safe place, you're confident, and you're standing on your own 2 feet, and it's like, okay, I have the courage to face my emotions now. What do I need to release and let go of? What do I need to heal? What actually happened here? And that's never an easy thing to do, but you have the courage as the King of Wands to actually face your emotions and realize that sometimes we have to let go of the pain and the suffering that we've been carrying. And when we're so busy just focusing on the everyday, day-to-day stuff, sometimes we don't even realize that we're still carrying this pain in the heart and in the heart space. It's just having the time to go, okay, well, why have I not been feeling? Why am I feeling a certain way? Why am I feeling sad? And why do I not want to open up to love? And just kind of review it. And having the courage to face it and release it. And again, some of you, it's a divorce. And some of you were really, really hurt. What's up, Tyrone? How are you doing? I love your energy. You're so fiery. Just so fiery. I just feel like you're a whole bunch of fun. You're like a ball of fun. I don't know. Okay, so once you decide to take action and sever ties with or release whatever this emotional thing is for you, it's been drug you. I'm telling you, most of you were left to repair all the damages yourself, and I don't know if that meant financially, within yourself. I mean, I really get an example of like somebody left you and they left you with all of the responsibilities, paying off the debts, left you with the house, the kids, the responsibility, the debts. You may be going through a divorce or something like that. That's not all of you, but that's kind of like the energy I feel here. But even if that's not it, it could be on an emotional level. First of all, that would require you to jump into action and making all of the choices for the home, for the kids, for the, and doing all of the things that need to be done in the 3D just to get right, just to get the bills paid, the kids fed, the bills paid, the kids in school, the kids, all of that stuff taken care of. Even if it's not that, it's, you may have dealt with a situation that there's a lot of arguments, disagreements, on again, off again, back and forth, betrayals, lies, whatever it is. And you were left holding the bag. Like, they left you and you're left here going, what the F? I mean, you dealt with all of this mentally and you were like, it's too overwhelming. So you just got busy doing all of the things in the 3D because it was so overwhelming mentally and emotionally. You had to get busy doing something. You had to focus on something outside of brain and emotion, mental and emotional. So as soon as you take your Knight of Swords and your Knight of Swords gets actioned into reviewing and severing ties with whatever emotional discomfort this is or pain. It's like you have to look at it now. You're good. You're okay. You know you've got healthy boundaries, and you know you can guard and defend yourself if necessary. So now you need to go within and actually review it. Like, really? Why did this happen? Why do I feel this way? Why can't I move on? Why am I stuck? You know? And once you take action on that and you actually are honest with yourself with the Knight of Swords, and you honestly take action on it, you review it, you sever ties with it, you release it and let it go, that's when the Ace of Wands comes in here. Okay? So right now it's all about healing and letting go. Letting go, okay, of some things that you haven't learned some lessons on, or you haven't wanted to deal with. You haven't wanted to review it or close out this chapter. Some of you may have tried to hold on to someone for quite some time, or you haven't wanted to give forgiveness or whatever, but that's when you actually heal, is when you go in and review this and you let it go. And you're like, what are you talking about? When you finally take time to say, okay, let me take a breath and let me look at this stuff. Why did it hurt so bad? Why did I hang on so long? What am I going through? Why am I stuck? Why am I not going anywhere? And you actually look at it. Why am I still hurting and this person hurt me or whatever? You know? Why does it hurt? They've been done gone. You know? Why does it still hurt? And you finally look at it and you gain that clarity. And it can happen pretty fast. But having the courage to actually look at it, because you know that whatever it was or whoever it was, wasn't worth holding on to, was a waste of time and not worth putting your time and effort towards. They weren't fighting for the connection, or they weren't fighting for. They weren't worth fighting for. And you're done. You're done fighting. You're just like, I give up. And you're doing that emotionally. You're like fighting to wrap yourself. It's almost as if you're inside yourself. You're trying to wrap your head around why things happen the way they happen. Thanks, Fred. I'm on the right track. You're trying to wrap your head around why things happened the way they happened, or why they turned out the way they did. And you've been holding on to it. And it's finally time to go, it doesn't fucking matter. It wasn't worth working on. It wasn't worth all this arguing and fighting. It truly wasn't worth all of my time and my energy. And once you break free from that, that's when you get the new beginnings. That's when you gain that confidence and you're ready to get back out there again. That's when you start the new cycle, a passionate new beginning with someone or in your life in general. That's when the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups says you've healed and you're ready for that new cycle to begin. Okay? But there is something or someone that you're still holding on to their energy. It's time to let that go and close out some cycles that you kept holding on to. Kept holding on to it. So the more we think about and the more we try and rationalize or logically work ourselves through something, the more emotionally confused we get. Because some of you may have dealt with some pretty gnarly people. We may not be those kinds of people. And we may not understand why they do what they do. Maybe they lied, maybe they deceived, maybe they cheated, they stole, maybe they manipulated. We aren't those people. So it baffles us why those people treat us in those ways. But you know now what to look for moving forward. And those things won't happen as often. And if they do, you'll know. And you'll know how to cut ties with it as soon as possible. You won't even put any energy into it. So you are regaining your power and your strength and your confidence again. You got knocked back pretty hardcore. And the game is afoot. The game is on. So over the next couple months, you're going to be finishing up some really powerful healing cycles. Some forgiveness is needed for you and for them. And whatever happens, trying to rationalize it, and it just confuses you emotionally and it keeps you stuck. So go in there, dig deep, figure out why you keep thinking about it. Kick it out. You no longer need to rationalize it or think about it or try and work your head around why somebody did something they did. They treated you wrong. They did you wrong. Why are you holding on? Even if it's just energetic or in your mind, it's keeping you stuck from opening up here. Okay? Them's the words, them's the messages. That's what I got for you today. I hope that it made sense for you. I hope that it helps you in some way, shape, or form. Like, share, subscribe. Donations, love, are always appreciated. And the only way you can get a private session with me is in the links in the description on my website, nourishheallive.com. You schedule it yourself. I love you all. Namaste.